just broke loose in the bottom of the fifth. 2 unearned runs, both scoring on a wild pitch by Lester. Well, buckle your seatbelts because the next 4 innings are going to have some changes, some bullpen arms. Let's go back.
Come on.
Here's the pitch on 2-2 to Santana. That was called ball 3. And a walk followed, and then Hendricks was taken out. There's more on this with regard to Lester coming on in the middle of an inning. We'll go to Kenny after this. Locked up. Napoli. Foul ground. 1 out. Ken Rosenthal, what did Joe Madden say before this game with regard to John Lester?
Well, at his pregame news conference, Madden said, I don't want to put him into a dirty inning. I don't think it would be appropriate. Now, a dirty inning is one opposed to a clean inning with nobody on base. Maybe he thought with Carlos Santana not being a base stealer on first, it's effectively a clean inning, but it turned out not to be that way at all.
And to be fair, it was a chopped hit by Kipnis. The man at the plate, David Ross, got to, but then couldn't get the out at first. A wild throw, put runners at second and third, and then both runs scored on a wild pitch. So just a crazy inning.
But I'm telling you, I mean, there's limits to what John can do. So anything that's hit in front of the mound or anywhere on the field, he's not going after it. So Ross has got to cover a lot of territory, and he's coming in fresh too, by the way. He picks it up. See, he never has a grip till the end, and then throws that ball right in the line of sight. So many things change the tempo right there, and then a curveball that gets spiked off of the mask, and then a feet get caught. Next thing you know, run game with Miller now. Got the attention of Miller.
Cubs have now scored 2 runs off Miller in this series. One back at Wrigley on a home run by Fowler, and then the RBI hit by Rizzo in 5th. But there's life in Cleveland. After Hendricks was so good, he goes 4 2/3, 2 runs, only 1 earned. 4 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Through just 63 pitches. Ross flies one into center, sends Davis back at the wall, and it's gone!
Home run!
The 39-year-old in his final game, David Ross, has made it 6-3.
I don't lost count how many home runs I did. Maybe 4, maybe 5. I don't know how many home runs I did. I lost count.
Without the pitching change, Ross isn't in the game. And he goes deep to make it a 3-run game again. His 2nd home run of this postseason. Trying to go out on top as Hayward takes ball 1.
The thing we talked about, adjusting to starting pitching, that's what the Cubs hitters have had to do. They've adjusted to Miller as well.
That's an out at first as Hayward tries to go in and first, 2 out.
He knows it.
Not unlike the home run that Fowler hit to start the night. So Fowler goes deep to start the night. 3rd home run of the evening for the Cubs. And the guy who has the other is at the plate now, Javier Baez. Now the closer for the Indians, Cody Allen, is up. In the 6th. Here's the 0-1.
As heroic as Miller has been, I mean, eventually certain things, when you see him enough and have to be forced into this duty and pitch this many innings in the postseason, it catches up to you. And he's been unbelievable. So But the more you get to see somebody and the more they have to work, the less their stuff becomes electric, and the hitter's eyes are more comfortable.
That also could apply to Chapman.
Correct. And that's why the stat that I said about no pitcher pitching past 6 innings as a starter comes back to haunt teams the longer they play. Now, Game 7, this is it, so everybody's going to be available.
That is the inning for the oldest homer ever in the history of a World Series Game 7. David Ross, who came on when Lester entered, sends one over the boards in center, and the lead is 3.